welcome to Sold Before Sunrise. Today we are joined by guest Bill Tucker, who is one of our Ebby Halliday company sales leaders who leads the Frisco office. So welcome, Bill.
Thank you, Betsy. It's an honor to be here.
Well, we are happy to have you. Okay, first I want to start out with, how did you end your evening, and then how did you start your morning?
Well, I try to end every evening with a little quiet time. There comes a point where it's good to cut the telephone off, cut the cell phone off, spend some time with your family. Arla and I like to watch TV a little bit, spend some time just talking with each other, and relax our minds before calling it an evening. So that's
important.
Try to have good habits like that.
Yes. How'd you start your morning this morning?
This morning was a little different because I was coming to see you and we were going to do this, but I am typically an exerciser in the morning.
Okay.
And I get up early. So 5 to 5:30 is when I like to get up, and I may go to the gym or I may go run. And I also love to squeeze in a little quiet time on the back porch too, just a cup of coffee, kind of get the day started. And before the hubbub gets going when you get to the office. And I do get to the office early because I know that I'll probably get an hour to an hour and a half before everybody gets there. That's when I do take care of those first emails that have come in, or maybe something that came in the night before that I need to attend to, or anything that might be left undone from the day before.
Right. Good. I like that. You're a runner.
Yes.
Have you done any marathons or half marathons?
No. So yeah, I've done a 10K.
Okay.
I'm typically not long distance, and I really use the term runner loosely because I'm really a jogger. Yeah, I'm a jogger. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm kind of a 10-minute miler, so I know that's not real fast, but I'm tall and I weigh over 200 pounds. So, I guess there are people that are fast that are as big as me, but
you know what? You exercise.
I do exercise.
That's a
right.
good thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think 3 miles is a good run for me. I like that. 3 to 5 max.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay, Bill, you and many of our sales leaders are certified coaches. What does that allow you to provide agents that goes beyond traditional management?
Betsy, I think management is more immediate. Management is the day-to-day operation of the office. Coaching is much bigger. It allows us to help our associates to build sustainable success. We want to build long-term success that lasts for their entire careers. And that's the goal with coaching.
Mm-hmm. And really understanding the difference between training and coaching.
Right.
Two very different things.
Yes. Training, mentoring, coaching, they are different things.
Mm-hmm.
Training is really is teaching skills.
Right.
Mentoring is sharing skills and sharing wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
But coaching, I think, is the long-term, this is how we are going to take this career to the next level. This is how we are going to build something that's career long.
Mm-hmm. And asking the questions where the agent can kind of like a self-journey or understanding of the possibilities are, what they can achieve, but being able to ask those questions to draw that out of them.
Right. And I this would be a good opportunity to also say that the kind of coaching that I've been taught is agent driven. Mm-hmm. Meaning that I am not going to sit down with an associate and lay out a game plan before I really even know what's going on.
Great point.
I don't have a prescribed, let me grab my copy of my plan and just hand it to you. I want to ask questions. I want to listen. I want you to direct me so I know where to focus.
Mm-hmm. Seeking to understand.
Right.
Tell me a little bit more. Tell me a little bit more about coaching and your philosophy in coaching.
Well, Betsy, I see coaching as multifaceted. So there can be the need for long-term coaching, maybe career-long coaching. There can sometimes be an opportunity for just a few coaching sessions. Maybe you just need to kind of get things back on track, almost like hiring a personal trainer at the gym. Like, I'm going to go through 6 personal training sessions because I want to get myself back in good habits and good routines. And coaching can do the same thing. You can also coach for a specific skill. So it doesn't have to be just this broad, generalization of real estate, but maybe you feel like you need some help with your follow up or your people skills or the way you talk to people or the questions that you ask. It doesn't always have to be lead generation and prospecting. It can be different skills and different opportunities to sharpen other areas. Because I think in our careers, it's sometimes little things that make a difference that help us get to the next level. Learning to ask better questions, learning to listen more, learning to make better eye contact, learning to pay attention better. There's just so many little nuances to being successful in real estate that you may feel like there's an area that you need to pay more attention to, that you need to sharpen your skills.
Mm-hmm. Focus. And even the most talented of athletes have coaches.
Yes, and specialized coaches.
That's right. That's right.
We're working on one skill or a subset of that skill.
Honing those skills.
That's right. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I think coaching is so valuable. And I think the word coaching to most agents is, number one, expensive. Mm-hmm. Number two, huge commitment. And it is a commitment. I believe in that. But it doesn't have to be expensive because you've got incredible sales leaders at Ebby Halliday. All of us have not only been trained, some of us have certifications, but we've got experience. Mm-hmm. We've just been working with real estate agents for a long time.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of scenarios.
Mm-hmm. And with coaching comes accountability. There's an accountability piece to it. And it brings consistency.
Right.
And we know the most successful agents have a consistent business practice.
So the consistency is how we get to the sustainable success, the long-term success that we're looking for, and the peace of mind, mm-hmm. and the self-confidence. And that's where it all starts coming together.
All those things wrapped up in one.
Right.
That's right. Can you share an example of a breakthrough moment, coaching moment?
I think I've seen a lot of breakthrough moments in my career. Agents, I have to stress that there is a strong commitment that's required from the agent with coaching. The coaching is important, but so is the commitment to be coached. And you have to be coachable to have a successful coaching relationship. And so it's a particular agent who is committed to taking their business to the next level, which oftentimes is already pretty successful. Mm-hmm. And when they make that commitment and they form that partnership with their coach, that's when you see the breakthroughs. And that's when the achievement of whatever the goal is starts to happen, because the agent has made that level of commitment and dedication.
Right. Yeah. In your experience, what are the signs that an agent is ready for more?
Frustration, mm-hmm. Plateaued success. It happens to everybody. There are just times in our careers where we're sort of at an impasse and we're not sure what to do next. And things that we've tried may not be working now, or we are trying new things and they're not working yet. And so I think that's a great time to invest in a coach or to talk to your sales leader about coaching, because there's accountability that's involved in that. I think that the peace of mind that comes from being coached is important, because you've got somebody that's really in tune to what you're trying to accomplish and what your frustrations are. And your skill set grows. You broaden your horizons, open new doors. I think there's just so many benefits if you've reached that point in your career where you feel like you've kind of hit a brick wall. Mm-hmm. That coaching may be, and it doesn't have to be super expensive, hiring somebody that you get on the telephone with. It can be somebody like me, your sales leader, that will sit down with you and game plan.
Right, right. We often hear that we offer, brokerage resources at a boutique level support. So how does our approach to education and mentorship back that up?
Well, when you use the word boutique, you think personal attention
Mm-hmm.
and you think high end.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ebby has done a fantastic job of being the kind of broker where we can get help when we need it. We've got great resources. The education department, headed up by Moji, and I've been with Ebby for 15 years, and I think we are the best we've ever been with education, and we were good 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We've got great IT support. We have the incredible marketing department that's there to not only promote the brand, but to help the agents individually if they need it. So I think that's the boutique feel from Ebby Halliday is we're not, agents are not left on their own to figure things out. If they
Mm-hmm.
need help, they need support, they've got it easily.
Yeah, and I would say, and I know you would second this, it's in our DNA.
Right,
It's in our
right,
Ebby Halliday Company's DNA of training,
right.
support, mentorship, coaching, all of that. And that's across all of our offices.
I
So,
think it's absolutely true. And
mhm,
I can remember before I even came to Ebby Halliday, I'd heard so many Ebby agents that would say, if it wasn't for the training,
mhm,
I wouldn't be where I am today.
yeah, that's something that is a strong emphasis and that Ebby herself,
Correct.
uh,
She had a dedication to that.
that's
Yes.
right. That's right. So in today's market, agents are looking for not just tools,
Mm-hmm.
but for people who are in their corner,
Right.
right? So how does our coaching culture create that kind of loyalty?
Well, tools are important and they
Mhm.
attract, but I think it's people that make you stay. And that's the culture that we have at Ebby Halliday is you do have people who are in your corner. You do have people that are invested in your success. You do have people that you can reach on a moment's notice when something's happening in your business that you need help with, or you just maybe need a sounding board. That is the culture that we've always had here. And that is the culture that makes our agents feel at home, you hear our agents say we're like family.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the feeling here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk about mentorship. And I
Okay.
know that we all have had mentors within our lives,
Right.
and within our journey within real estate. But who have been the most important mentors in your journey, and what lessons did they give you that you still carry every day?
Well, I'm fortunate that I've had a lot of mentors from fellow sales leaders to leadership at Ebby Halliday to people that are part of my sphere now that do not, that are with other companies.
Mm-hmm.
And I am so grateful that I've had the opportunity to work with such a talented and accomplished group of leaders that have been so gracious to be helpful, to be encouraging, to be share wisdom and knowledge that I would be very hard pressed to name a mentor.
Well, and the importance of, surrounding yourself around mentors to help you grow at
Right.
all times.
Right.
It's not a finality, right?
No.
We consistently want to grow and improve. In coaching within your offices, what does that look like for you? Um, you know, how do you offer that?
Hmm.
I know you have a certification,
Right.
so what does that look like? Is that group coaching? Is that individual coaching? How do you feel that works best?
I've done both,
Mhm.
and they both have their benefits. Sometimes an agent is really not comfortable in a group setting and they don't feel like they're getting the individual attention that they need.
Mhm.
And so I love to individually coach. I like I mentioned before, it's a commitment from an agent. As much as I'm committed to coaching, the agent needs to be committed to being coached and to working with you to reach that level of success that they're trying to achieve. Group coaching can be good too. We've done some of that in the Frisco office in the last year. And those were really good sessions that we did once a week on Tuesday afternoons. And really, I called it a small dedicated group. We had anywhere from 5 to 10 people that would attend, and it was open to anybody, but 5 to 10 people would come every week, and we would talk about all kinds of topics. We talked about listings, we talked about buyers, we talked about what's happening in the market, what's working, what's not working. So it was good.
What do you feel is the difference between a leader who just manages people and a leader who truly inspires growth?
Well, I think that management and leadership are two different things. Management is more about solving the immediate problems and monitoring the day-to-day processes and systems in the office. Leadership is focused on the associates in your office and being in tune to their needs, being in tune to their expectations, and helping them navigate an ever-changing arena.
Market.
Yeah, I mean, I
We've
think
seen
about
it, haven't we?
what we've been through since the summer of 2024, and the changes, continue to happen. That's when leadership really comes into play, because the agents are looking for security, they're looking for knowledge, they're looking for direction, and that's where our leadership skills come into play.
Well, and I was going to ask, what do you feel people need more of from their leaders, from leaders?
Well, they need communication.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we've all learned the importance of effective communication and a lot of communication. And that's something that I try to remember, that, sometimes a long time ago, somebody left an article on my desk that basically said, once you've said it 1,000 times, we start to listen. So, I learned not to be afraid to repeat myself, because not everybody's listening. And I think that the agents expect us to be on top of things, like really understand, if there's been changes in the contract, they're going to turn to me and say, how do we navigate this? Or if there's changes going on in the market, how are people navigating this? And so it's a pretty heavy responsibility sometimes.
Right. And going back to, talking about how agents, sometimes they go through their valleys,
Sure.
ups and downs. And when an agent is really discouraged, what's the first thing you remind them about? When they come in and they say, Bill, I think today's it for being in the industry. I'm done. I'm going to go sell shoes or whatever. What's something that you words of wisdom that you share with them?
Well, I've learned to listen more and talk a little less. And the first thing that I would say when somebody said that would probably be, tell me more. Tell me more about this. What's going on? Why do you feel this way? Because there needs to be some get it off your chest time, where you just hear the story and what's happening. And it gives you an opportunity to think a little bit about how could I truly be helpful. And, that happens with everybody. And I think having solutions too quickly is not really the best answer. I know you're a Maestro graduate too. So what was Mike's famous phrase about prescribing without diagnosis is malpractice?
That's right.
Yeah. So you have to diagnose first.
And asking the question, asking questions.
Right.
Because that's what you're trying to do in a coaching situation.
Ask and listen. And I think that's the key to it.
And oftentimes they end up diagnosing and, prescribing and saying, oh, I can do this.
Yes. Oh, well, I think sometimes they just need to hear that their situation is not uncommon.
Right. Right.
I've had a lot of agents that said to me, I think I cornered the market on hard to work with people, or I think I've cornered the market on difficult deals. And I'm like, no, actually you haven't. Everybody has hard to work with people. Everybody has difficult deals. So sometimes it's encouragement.
Right.
It's that simple sometimes.
Yeah. And I think we can all, and that's what's so great about, agents, have each other and they have their sales leaders.
Right.
But sales leaders, for our sales leaders, they have a whole group. We have,
Right.
27, 28 sales leaders, that we can tap into each other
Right.
and really connect and collaborate and, learn from.
Right.
Because everybody has a little bit different. You said something about, and it was a ninja. Tell me more.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I know that we've all been through ninja, and
Right.
many of you listening have been through ninja as well. And that's also another, you know, something to sit back and think about in how you approach your business and your mindset,
Right.
and looking at, abundance mindset as opposed to scarcity. They talk a lot about that
Right.
too. And I think in our market today, it's a challenging market,
Mm-hmm.
but lots of opportunity if you remain in that abundance mindset. So things to
Right.
really focus on. What do you want people to feel after spending 5 minutes in your office?
I want them to feel better. If they've come in with a problem or a frustration, I want them to feel hopeful. Probably that's as important as anything. I really do believe in mindset, and I truly believe that mindset makes a huge difference in where you go and how well you do. And I think avoiding discouragement is critical in our business because we do have ups and downs, and the business does come more quickly for some people than others through nobody's fault. You can't help it if your sphere of influence isn't buying houses right now, and your friends, everybody in her sphere is buying houses. So, I mean,
Right.
that can be frustrating. So encouraged, hopeful, re-energized a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well, I guess this kind of goes a little bit with it, but when agents who've worked under your leadership look back years from now, what do you hope they say about the experience?
I hope that they feel like I cared, that I was fair, that I was present. I get a little bit of that already because my career has spanned enough years that I'll occasionally have an agent in my office who will say, I'm doing a deal with this person, and they said that they were in your office way back when, and they remember you told them to always do this or always do that, and that they've always done that, and it's been good for them. And I said, that makes me feel so good that whatever I said or did had a positive impact. And somebody's career was a little bit better because of something that I said.
Made a difference.
Made a difference, yeah.
Made a difference. What excites you most about being a part of a company that's committed to helping agents thrive, not just survive?
Right.
Because there's a lot of survival mode going on out there.
Right. I'm excited that this company is always forward thinking and looking to improve and looking to offer more to our associates. And we're so dedicated to the success of the associates. We really honestly want to see our people build profitable, rewarding careers. And I can't imagine working for a company that doesn't feel that way. I mean, I'm sure the agents don't see as much as I see, but I just see such tremendous dedication and commitment from everybody that's involved at Ebby Halliday, from the marketing to the IT to the education to the leadership. All of you guys are so dedicated to the well-being of the company and the agents.
Yeah, we have a very strong support system.
We do.
We have a village, that's for sure. Okay, let's go a little bit into the mentorship. So new agents get paired with office mentors.
Correct.
And how do you ensure every agent at every level, because we have all different levels of agents that join our brokerage. Right. And so how do you make sure that every level of agent gets what they need?
Well, I think that we truly have a layered approach at Ebby. So we've not forgotten anybody. Whether you're just getting started in the business or you're a top tier producer, we have something for everybody that's growth oriented. And I love that because I think what you would, some people will find this surprising, but it's really the newer agents that sometimes get more attention because they have more needs in the beginning. And the top tier agents, they're busy with all their business, but they have needs as well. And they have desires to grow their business even beyond what they are at the moment. So I love that we have thought about that at Ebby and that we do have that layered approach, and that wherever you are in your career, there's an opportunity for you to be a part of a group that's going to help you elevate.
Yeah. And I think, the other piece that is a part of our DNA is giving back.
Right.
Our agents truly give back.
They do.
And I know you feel that way. All of our sales leaders feel that way. That is an important piece that I know real estate has given me so much.
Right.
Throughout my career. It's my responsibility to give back. And I know that our agents feel the same way. And you can tell when they pour into, these newer agents, or like you said, even if they're an experienced agent, but really want some mentorship,
right,
they pour in, and just, it's fun to watch.
It is fun.
Yeah. Well, Bill, I just want to say thank you. If you had any parting words for, if you're thinking of coaching, mentorship, any parting words that you would want to leave those listening today, what would you say?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. I think agents sometimes are afraid to ask for help for a lot of reasons, but help is available, and support is available, and encouragement is available. And don't ever be embarrassed to come in your sales leader's office and say, you know what, I am struggling. And that's not just for newer people. That's for anybody at any level of production, because even in the top producers, they have struggles too. So
everybody does.
Yes.
We always like to say that every deal is different, right?
Every deal is different. And I think if you can't ask your family, who can you ask? And we are their work family.
That's right.
So just ask.
Just ask. I like it. Just ask. Just ask. Well, thank you, Bill. Thank you so much for being with us today and sharing your insights and wisdom. We appreciate you. And thank you to everyone for listening in today. If you like what you hear, then please don't forget to subscribe and rate the show. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time.